This is the life. Warm light beaming on my face, the sound of waves brushing against my ears, getting the relag.
Rosie! Pretend you're on holiday somewhere else!
Well, if I can't pretend I'm in Hawaii in the office, I can always play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth instead.
お初にお目にかかります。手前、小国と発しまするはジャパンの東京カムロ町。
Hello and welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Rosie and I've been playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Spoiler alert, I love this game and simply need to talk about it. And if you know my work on this channel, you probably saw this coming. For those of you who don't know, its prequel, Yakuza Like a Dragon, is one of my favourite games of all time. I've spoken about it a fair bit, I continue to speak about it, and when the rest of the Access team see me come in, they probably think I'm going to speak about it. So when the sequel was announced, with Ichiban walking around a Hawaiian beach dazed and butt naked, I was of course screaming. It's the most excited I've been for a game in a long time. In fact, here I was 30 minutes after receiving the code.
Literally just replying.
Before this, I was constantly flapping my arms in excitement and had to run up 2 sets of stairs to release my energy. And I'm happy to report that whilst playing it, I've had nothing but pure joy pour from my heart. As I'm making this video, I've put over 40 hours into it and I'm still early on in the game. But it's important to me to play as naturally as possible, meaning that rather than focusing purely on the story, I've spent hours doing all of the side quests and exploring the map to clear all of these shadows because I just need to see what they're hiding. But that's enough rambling about. Let's dive into why I love this game already. Firstly, I have to talk about the Honolulu map and say thank you to Ryu Ga Gotoku for taking us somewhere so bright and vibrant. I've never been to Hawaii. I've wanted to go since I saw Lilo and Stitch though, I won't lie. But this game makes it look absolutely stunning. And in the current weather circumstances, where you look outside and it's super dark really early and it's flippin' freezing, it's just what I need to perk me up. I also like walking around taking pictures as if I'm making a city pop album cover. What can I say? I'm a born photographer. It's also an absolutely massive playground. At first, you look at the map and think, oh, it doesn't look that big. But then you move the cursor to the left and, oh, there's even more. And you'll feel that size in your feet. Maybe you're on the beach and think, oh, I'll just pop back to Revolve Bar. It's only a short run. So you press X to get Ichiban into a jog, and then that trip slowly becomes a half marathon. Thank God I have my street surfer and enough money for taxis.
Roger that. Be there in a hot minute.
Not only is the map huge, it's filled with stuff. I'm honestly amazed by how much is on offer here. There's a ridiculous amount of shops for weapons, armor, and food, and when you walk into some of them, they're so varied and designed so differently. I feel like I'm actually browsing them. Oh, look at this. Ooh, this is a nice spot. Oh, this looks nice. Oh, this is the wrong shop. Get out of here. Run, run, run. Then there's all the optional conversations to bond with your party, loads of fun minigames to play, from shogi to crazy eats to taking exams. But fun exams, like taking an A-level in Sega. There's also a ton of Sujimon competitors and raid locations to help you become the ultimate Sujimon trainer. Think of this as monster battling, only you collect thugs instead of cute cartoon creatures. And the raid spots, where you go to start a fight with a Sujimon and try to convince them to join your team, refresh after a certain amount of time. So they're always spicing up the map. It's literally endless distractions. And this is just what you can see on the map. As you explore Honolulu, it's filled with life, as there are crafting ingredients to find, lost fortune tickets, and, for some reason, abandoned briefcases everywhere. Seriously, Honolulu, take better care of your briefcases! Then there are all the people you can befriend to improve your personality, which you want to do as it improves your resistances to attacks. There's been so many moments where I've been riding my street surfer, see the little face icon above someone's head, stopped in the middle of the road to hop off it, say hello, and that's it. Which if I did in real life would probably make it look as if I'm desperate for their attention. Which I am. And finally, I just want to give a shout out to how I love that this world, and the whole game really, celebrates video games. Crazy Eats is so crazy taxi, it makes me just wish there was an arcade machine where you can do tricks like this on a bike. Sujimon is so proud of being a knockoff of Pokemon, and I'm so happy they decided to make a full game out of it. with raid spots reminding me of people gathering in certain real-life locations for Pokemon Go, and the professor referenced in the cartoon show. The Sicko Snaps minigame is like Pokemon Snap, Dondoko Island is like Animal Crossing, Ichiban's whole heroic attitude comes from Dragon Quest. There's just so much love for video games here, and I'm loving it all. But it's not all paradise and holiday fun times, as you do have the rougher elements to the world.
This ain't a show, dip. Take a walk, asshole. Hey, asshole.
I'm just minding my own business and I'm getting called all sorts of names. Bit rude. Yes, the random passers-by of Hawaii are as up for a fight as our friends in Kamurocho and Yokohama, so it seems only right to give them what they want. And the turn-based combat is a huge improvement from the first game. There are more job roles, more characters to fight with, and many more angles to consider when you're on the battlefield. To start with, it's a lot clearer when you can use objects around you when you attack, as when you move your character closer to a usable object, an icon will appear. Press attack at this point and you know someone's about to be fed a bin. Eat up, friend! You also have a little blue area which indicates where you can move during your turn. From here, you can see arrows showing what direction your enemies will fly in if you knock them back, which is very handy if you want to deal more damage hitting someone against a wall or making one enemy fly into another. And if you manage to aim an enemy at a member of your party, they will do a follow-up attack. Lotionaut? More like Lotionaut, because they're knocked out on the floor. And you have other perks such as proximity bonuses and back attacks. Proximity bonus comes from getting your fist closer to an opponent before choosing to use them, and the back attack is, well, attacking an enemy from behind. Alone, these are smart additions, but there's nothing more satisfying than putting all of these tactics together when you start a fight and having a clean sweep because you fully utilised your positioning, considered the proximities, and have acted quick enough to do big damage before anyone moves around too much. And that's before we get to one of my favourite new additions, the inclusion of Kiryu in the party and the way the game merges his classic fighting styles with the new turn-based system. You see, unlike other heroes, Kiryu can switch between 3 different fighting styles: Rush, Brawler, and Beast. For those of you who've played the other games, you recognise these names, It's pretty much from the whole series. Brawler is your balanced fighting style and can trigger heat actions depending on what's around you. Rush widens your blue movement area and makes your speed much higher, so you can attack again immediately after your first attack. However, you can't do follow-up attacks. And if you have a proximity bonus, you can go bam 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 for even more damage. And Beast Mode allows you to break guards can be a real big pain in the ass, and in general do really big throws. I'm always changing Kiryu's fighting styles, and it's so satisfying being a high enough level to defeat someone in one punch, going bam 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 bam, and seeing someone guard in and thinking nope, so you grab them and throw that guard off them. But what's the combat without your party? Which is still easily one of my favourite RPG parties ever. I felt this way in the prequel, and it hasn't changed a bit. If anything, the feeling only got stronger. Honestly, playing the first chapter, I realised how much I missed this cast. They've become my best friends. First of all, seeing them all again was just wonderful. Look at my boys looking all smart. I feel like a proud mum sending her kids off to school. But then, when you all meet up for a drink and you see their interactions, Ryu Ga Gotoku has absolutely nailed how it feels to be with your closest friends and how you act around them. They all have their own jobs now, yet they all still meet up at their usual spot after some time just to see how everything is going. And there's a moment when you see Ichiban looking at Psycho in a certain way, and then as soon as she leaves the table for a bit, your 2 mates, Namba and Adachi, immediately do the turn.
That's what I do to my friends when I want to find out about their love life. I feel so called out.
They've also nailed the pressure of asking someone out on a date. They've nailed what it's like when you talk to your best mates when you've made a mistake. You know, when they hear you out and help, but don't sugarcoat their responses because you need to know the truth. They've nailed how your two best mates can have two completely different opinions when helping you. They've nailed how Ichiban really is one of a kind, risking his life for someone, and as they're freaking out, he just treats it as if it's nothing and is more concerned about his hair. There are just so many moments when I think I love this cast, or when I feel like part of the crew. And look at the pure emotion coming out of Ichiban when he's putting himself out there and pouring his heart out. The spit splutters from his mouth. You can see how he's feeling. And as a bonus point, my god, Kiryu is a beautiful badass in this game. Like I said, I'm still not very far in the story, and I know his story has a lot more to it, but this scene where he confronts this corrupt policeman,
おめえみたいなのが警察のバッジつけてるのを見るとヘドが出る。
来るなって言ってんだろ!
oh, I got goosebumps. And the new characters, Tomizawa and Shitose, are a very welcome addition. They both have their own stories and motivations for joining you, their own personalities, secrets, and they both screw Ichiban over, I won't lie. But we all know there's more to their story. And Ichiban, being the best human being in the world, looks at their wider picture and easily moves on. Honestly, maybe I should just do a video on why Ichiban is the absolute best at this point. I love this cast, I love learning about them, I love fighting with them, and I can't wait to see how their personal stories develop and what adventures are still to come. And that's before you think about the hundreds of people Ichiban meets on his journey and helps with their problems. I know that when people look at the side quests in this series, they all immediately think of the silly or bewildering ones, because they're amazing. But I found most of the side quests in Infinite Wealth incredibly heartfelt. One of them even made me shed a few tears. I've heard this song so many times, but it never gets old to me. I love how this game is never embarrassed to be totally sincere. One moment you're helping a young boy save money so he can buy a gift for someone who took care of him when he needed it the most. The next you're helping someone grant his wife her final wish. And then you're talking to others about what it's like being at rock bottom because they took the home of a hermit crab. And then Nancy gets the hermit crab a new home, and now they want that to be their new home. Oh, Nancy and Olivia are so cute. Don't get me wrong, there are loads of silly circumstances you find yourself in, and some side quests are just a great time in general, but I can't hide the fact that they've really honed in on, I want to say, the importance of appreciation. Appreciation for those who take care of you. Appreciation for those who give you courage, even though they don't realize it. Appreciation for helping others in time of need. Appreciation for others going out of their way for your safety. Appreciation of someone listening to you and being open-minded. There's just so much warmth to these quests, I feel all fuzzy after them, and it genuinely makes me want to better myself to help others more. But like I said, they managed to do this while also getting you to do a sexy dance to summon a storm. And that's what Infinite Wealth is in a nutshell. Sun, sand, sea, sexy dances, and sincerity. I wish I could say more, but I have a lot more of the game to play. I'm only on Chapter 7. I haven't talked about the story that much for spoiler's sake, but trust me, so far, it's good! And I'm so excited to carry on playing this game, which will easily take up my whole year. And I am 100% happy with that, as the whole time I will have the biggest smile on my face. So thank you all very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you started playing the game yet? What do you think about it so far? Let me know in the comments. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit that notification bell so that you stay up to date with the world of PlayStation. Again, thank you for watching.
PlayStation